Warning, the content in this podcast contains colorful language, spirited conversation, and some good old-fashioned ignorance. So get out of your bag and let's get on with it.
Get out of your bag. Get out of your bag. What's good? What's good? Welcome to the Cranberry Podcast, the podcast about nothing. So if there's nothing in your cup, fill it up. We want to personally thank you for giving us the one thing that you cannot get back, and that is your time. And we promise to be responsible with every second of it. So let's get into it.
You promise to be respectful of everybody's time.
I do. So how big was that dick?
Oh, well, whose dick?
I don't know.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
That's a way to start.
That's a way to start right there, baby. Welcome back to the podcast, baby. Welcome back to the Cranberry. Cranberry. So first things first, I want to know what the fuck that is y'all got in y'all cup. You know what I'm saying? Let me look this nigga right here. Hey, my nigga, come here. Wait a minute. Fuck is that in your cup, bro? Is that Ovaltine? This nigga got Oval. Hey, my nigga, you not allowed. Yo, you're not allowed to listen to my podcast with Ovaltine. Turn your camera off. Turn your YouTube off, nigga. Turn your phone off. Hit the button. Yeah.
I don't even think they still make that.
They still make Ovaltine.
How do you know?
I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna say how I know, but I know.
Shopping for Ovaltine?
Hey man, I'm 43. Shit, niggas like me still drink Ovaltine, but I don't listen to the Cranberry Podcast when I do it.
Wait, we were having this conversation yesterday.
Yeah,
is 43 middle aged or not?
I would like to say 43 is not middle aged. You know how they say 30 is the new 20?
Yes.
40 is the new 30.
Is it? I have not heard that.
That's what I heard.
That's not what I've heard.
That's the word on the street.
That's not, yeah, I know.
That's the word on the street.
But I do think it is, because I don't think the average person lives past, would that be 86?
The average person, 86 sounds about right.
Right, so you're middle aged.
86 does not sound right.
I don't know why you try to fight it. I'm 36, you know?
Oh, you are? Oh, I thought you was 46. No, you look 46 though.
Stop it.
No, I'm just joking.
But yeah. So like I'm approaching middle age, but I'm not quite there.
No, you there.
No,
welcome.
No.
Yeah.
Because the average person doesn't die, what would that be? At like 74? Wait a minute. What? Now your math's off, my nigga. Now your math is completely off. Now your math 82, 77. No. 12 carried
32.7 and a half.
72
times 2.
I feel like most people live past 72.
I think most people live past this conversation.
Well.
Anyway, so let's talk about it. Hey man, what's happening with you though, man? It's been a long time.
I know. I'm so excited.
Welcome back to the fucking pod.
Well, welcome back to you.
Welcome back to you.
Well, welcome back to
you. Back to you. Shit. Welcome back to everybody.
It's really exciting to be back. It's nice to kind of be on the other side of things.
Right.
You know, back to normal. Although we've never done the podcast during like a normal time. We started it during the pandemic.
We did start it during the pandemic.
So like now, not only are we doing the pod, but we're actually able to really go outside and like be out there with it, be moving and grooving.
Amongst our fans.
We
don't have fucking fans.
We have some.
We did have some.
Luckily you're a social butterfly, so you like know a lot of people.
I'm not a butterfly at all.
I'm an introvert by nature.
No, I'm not a butterfly at all.
We're a butterfly. You know a lot of people.
I'm not a butterfly, fam.
Most of the people that were listening were people you knew.
Yeah, but I'm not a butterfly though. I'm a
You
social
be flapping
nigga.
around. You be getting your flap on.
Nah, I be getting my smack on, but I don't get my flap on. Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. I don't be fucking flapping though. Nah, that's for the other niggas.
A little flappity dappy.
That's for other niggas. I don't know.
But
I don't judge. If you flapping, get your flap on.
Well, yeah, get your flap on.
I don't flap though. I smack shit. Yep. Come here, nigga. Bow.
Why are you doing this to me? I'll just say this.
Hey, I wonder if that nigga listens to this podcast.
He beat somebody up, and while he was beating them up, they're like, "Why are you doing this to me?"
He's looking up at me like I was God. Why are you doing this to me?
He was mean.
Because my son.
He was mean back in the day.
This is gonna hurt me more than it's gonna hurt.
And you mean. I tell you this all the time. You're mean now. People don't believe me when I tell them that you're mean.
Nobody's ever called me mean except you.
Doubtful.
Nobody but you, buddy.
Oh, so at work you were not known as being a jerk.
First of all,
yes, sir.
We are recording this. You know what I'm saying? Like why you put my shit out there? You a fucking rat, bro.
It's public knowledge. It's public knowledge that he's a jerk. But he's a jerk with a heart.
Can I get some cheese in here? You need some cheese? For the rat. We need some cheese for the rat.
But
fucking rat me out. Yes. Okay, I was known as the jerk there.
But you also are very sweet in your own way. But it just comes in a very, and I said this before, it comes in a very prickly package. But, you're still a nice guy. No, not that package.
Oh, sorry.
Like, you like to say no first is what I've learned about you. Like, if I ask Jay for something, hold on, let me finish. Excuse you, let me finish.
I don't agree.
Excuse me, let me finish.
Couldn't disagree
If I ask Jay for something, he's going to say no off top. Nah, I ain't doing that shit. But if he knows that I really want it, he'll still do it with a grumpy face, but he'll say no first. He'll say no first. He'll be like, I ain't doing that shit, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, all right, you don't got to do it. And then you cave because you're a sweet person.
I disagree on all points. I am not sweet at all. Bitch, it ain't sweet.
Well, you're sweet to me. I'm your best friend. You're sweet to me.
I'm a good guy. Sometimes.
You're an asshole to a lot of people, though.
I have my moments like anybody else. I have my moments where I can be nice, and then I have my moments where I can be like, "Fuck you."
You have your moments of being nice, and the rest of the time you're mean. But that's okay. I like that about you. That's why I call you my bulldog. And if we go somewhere and like it's a little sketch, I'm already like, yo, don't leave me here, because if something goes crazy, he gonna be the first one to be crazier. Yeah. And that's what I be looking for.
You gotta out crazy with crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Jay be walking around with the like, I wish somebody would kind of energy.
Yeah, I wish a nigga would though.
And I'm too like polite to like have that kind of energy.
But you know what? Everybody's got their thing.
Yeah, my strengths are other strengths.
Yeah, you got your strengths.
You're
strong.
I don't know what my strengths are, but I got strengths.
No, you mad strong at like cooking and
I have got a lot of emotional
woman's work.
Wow, that's the most sexist thing I think you could fucking say.
I apologize. I'm not.
But like relationship stuff, I think I'm a therapist by trade, but I think I tune in a little bit better.
Let me pause you right there. Why? Hey, my nigga with the Ovaltine. I said turn your shit off. Go ahead. You got the Ovaltine.
Wow.
Go ahead.
But
turn it off, nigga. Go ahead.
Why are you interrupting me?
I'm sorry.
See what I said? Rude.
I'm sorry.
I lost my train of thought. I don't even got nothing else to say.
Well, that'll do it, ladies and gentlemen.
It's a wrap.
Thanks for showing the fuck up just to hear this bullshit. Way the fuck out.
No, fair enough. But what have you been up to?
The last couple of years, since 2021 when we last recorded.
Has it been 2 years?
It's been 2 years. Because I've been sending people to the pod to listen. Not necessarily sending them. I told them that I was rebooting my podcast, and they was like, oh, you got a podcast? And I was like, yeah, I got a podcast. And so they was like, oh, well, let me take a peek. And people listened and they laughed their ass off, and that's that. So in the last 2 years, I went back to school, as you know.
Yeah.
I graduated school, as you know.
As you should have. That's the whole point of going.
That is the goal when you start. Like, nigga, I don't plan to graduate, nigga. Like, nobody does that. So, yeah, I graduated. I started working, as you know.
Perfect.
And I'm getting this shmoney. You know what I'm saying? You already know.
I just want to say, though, I know I've already told you this already, but I just want to say to everybody else, I'm extremely proud of this man. He worked his ass off with school, and like, it's not easy to stop going to school and then be a father and everything else and start work, and then to go back to school and be not way, but be older than a lot of your classmates.
Oh, that's fucked up. Way, bitch. Did you say way? You went way on them?
Way.
God damn it. That's a backhanded compliment right there. Yeah,
to be in a different stage of life as your classmates, though.
You've done so much. You're a hero.
Stop it. But that takes a lot.
But you old as fuck, though.
No, but I just think that it takes a lot of courage when you already have responsibilities. When you're like 19, 20 years old, you don't got no responsibilities. It's easy as fuck to go to school. But when you're already, grown ass man with kids and responsibilities, that's not easy to then just drop everything or to get back in that mode of school. When I went to school, I had nothing else to do. All my friends were in school, so it was easy, but when you went, like, you had to break a mold and like try to do something different. You had bills to pay. I was still young enough that I lived technically in the dorm, but technically still with my parents. Like, I didn't live anywhere really.
Right. You lived in a dorm.
I lived in a dorm.
You did that fucking TV shit then.
And in the summer I lived with my parents. So
I always thought that was just for TV.
That people lived in dorms?
Yeah. I was like, that's not real.
You know what? I will say this. If I could do my college years over, I would make some minor changes, but for the most part, I am proud of like what I did. I'm glad I went to historically black school. I'm glad that I did live on campus and that I got a lot of the traditional experiences that I wanted.
Right.
But I was very conservative back then.
Conservative with your vagina, or what are we talking about?
Yeah, both that and just like my ability to like interact with people. Like I'm an introvert by nature, but like back then I was super shy and like didn't really do much of nothing.
Okay.
So I wish I could have been more outspoken back then, just like willing to try more things.
You mean like you are now?
Yes. I think I'm more willing to try things now than I was back then. I think I'm more outspoken now than I was back then. I think, there's a big difference between 18 and 36. There's a lot of life lessons that have been learned and things that have been had. So,
sure.
Anywho, to bring it back, I just commend you on like all that you accomplished. I'm extremely proud of you.
Thank you.
Even when things were tough and you wanted to quit.
Oh, I quit like 3 times.
You kept going.
Yeah.
You know? So
I was like, man, fuck this shit. On the first fucking day, I was like, yo, you know what?
Was it the first day?
Yeah, the first day I quit.
Yeah.
I opened that, like, man, bro, I'm 40 some odd. So going back to school, okay. I went back to school when I was 30. I was going to be a nurse. I went back to school, you know what I'm saying? You go into the school and shit, they give you, you got classes and everything. So, and they give you homework and it's like, it seems doable.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like the homework and the class, everything just seems doable. When I went to this school, they gave you like mad shit. Like I popped that shit open. Like, I was excited as shit. I was like, oh shit, nigga, I'm gonna go back to school. Nigga, this shit is slap. And it was like, yeah, all your curriculum will be open at midnight. You just fucking go on to Course Corrector, whatever the fuck the name of the shit is. I think Course Corrector is actually from a movie. It's called Course Key or some shit. I don't know. Whatever it is, my daughter is using it now.
Yeah.
It's a portal of some sort. Yeah. And my daughter is using it currently in high school. So, I bust the shit open. It's midnight. I'm like, yes. Nigga, I opened that shit like it was Christmas. Like, yeah, I ripped the fucking paper off of that thing. And that shit said, nigga, we got about 30 things for you to do by Friday. It's Monday. Now, it's already Monday midnight and I got to be up at 5 o'clock so I can go to work in the morning. Yeah. So I'm looking at this shit like, nigga, I got to be at work in the morning. I got to work a full-time job and then I got to fucking do 30 fucking things, 3 of which were writing 500 pages, 500 word essays.
Different.
Big difference. Generally speaking, the 500 words in retrospect, not a lot.
No.
But at 40 some odd and going back to school for the first time after 10 years. Yeah. It's like, nigga, what? 500 words? I don't even know if I say 500 words in a day. Like, legit. Yes. Of course I do. Not the thought process, though, right? So I'm like, hour. Yeah. So it's fucking crazy. So I quit immediately. Like, hell no, man, fuck this shit. There's no way I'm going to finish this. This is impossible. I quit. You know, you talked me out of it. I go back to work. I don't know, maybe like a couple of weeks later or something like that, I quit again. Like, fuck this shit. I wrote the paper at like midnight. This was that. You remember that shit?
Yeah, the wrong one.
So I don't know how the school shit works. You know, nigga, here, write a paper about this. All right, cool. So, you know, and you picked the topic. So I fucking went ahead and just like, look, you know, did my thing. And I'm kind of a task rabbit or task master or whatever. So what I did was I was like, all right, I'm going to do this day. I'm going to do this day. I'm going to do this day. And then everything will be done by Friday.
Yeah.
So I had planned to write this paper, but everything was so tight that I didn't have time to like do anything over. Anything that I did for that day, all of that work had to be done on that day. Mm-hmm. Because the next day I had a fucking grocery list full of shit to do. So the one night I wrote the paper. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning when I finished it. And I'm proud of myself. Like, yes, nigga, I did it. Again. I got to be up at 5 a.m. for work. It's 1. Okay. And I'm the supervisor. So I got to go in there and supervise niggas on top of working. Mm-hmm. So then I decided, I don't know what made me do it. I think it was something that you said. Like, you might have said some shit like, hey, yeah, well, as long as, you know, and you said it in passing. Like, oh, yeah, well, as long as it's in the syllabus, my nigga, you good. And then I was like, yeah. And then I hung up on your shit. And then I was like, syllabus? What the fuck is a syllabus? That sounds like something important. So I popped that shit open and the whole paper was wrong. Took me all day to write it. Until I worked on it at work. Got home, worked on it some more. It was 1 o'clock in the morning when I finished it. I'm so proud. It was completely wrong. That whole paper was wrong. I was hot. I was throwing shit. I was upset. And I quit that day too. So it's been rough. Anyway, long story less long. It's been a long road in that 2 years, but I went to school, got out, working now, you know what I'm saying? Still trying to figure this shit out, but I'm getting it slapping, so It's all good.
So now you got your respiratory on.
Yeah, I'm making niggas breathe. Breathe. Oh. I don't know if you ever heard that song.
No, I was thinking of Beyonce. You know, you can catch my breath.
Speaking of Beyonce.
That's your next girlfriend? What?
Nah, I don't fuck with Beyonce like that. Generally speaking of Beyonce though, so Diddy.
How do those things? Those two
I'm
things.
I'm gonna connect them.
All right, let's see.
I'm gonna connect them.
I'm interested in this.
I'm gonna connect them.
Okay, go ahead.
This is Dave Chappelle-esque. Okay? Watch this.
All right.
Diddy. Now I know recently in the news, right? Mm-hmm. Diddy has some kind of thing with. I don't have all the info. I'm gonna let you take it away because I'm not all well versed in the. I just know that there's a lawsuit. The chick asked for like $30 million. There is an undisclosed amount that was paid, and the whole thing generally, technically, between him and her went away. Take it away.
Right. No, I'm with you now. So, and I'm not the expert, so don't take my word as gospel.
Sure.
However, from my understanding, Cassie, who he dated for like 11 years, they started dating when she was 19.
Which is nasty.
I said, buddy, you got no room. And I guess I guess he was forced.
It's a lot of fucking pots and kettles up in here. Yeah.
No, there's not.
No, yes, there is.
Oh, for you. Yes. I was not fucking no 18, 19-year-old.
Jesus Christ.
That was you.
Okay.
All right, but.
Let us pray.
But it looked like, okay, so she had her lawsuit, and like you said, like they were able to settle it or whatever. But allegedly, you know, he was, forcing sexual acts
upon her.
Yes, abusing her just in a general sense. A bodyguard said that, like, his lead bodyguard or ex-lead bodyguard said that he had to protect Cassie from him. You know, in the abuse, if you will. But
ex-bodyguards, I don't tend to believe much because them niggas got fired. So, but sometimes them niggas be correct. Anyway, I'm just
it's all allegedly. And so then after that, then there was like two more other women that came up that said in the 90s that he had abused them as well, like had them like take drugs.
Open the floodgates for niggas to get their money.
And so, you know, I've been laughing because 50 Cent has been kind of trolling Diddy online.
My guy.
I always laugh whenever 50 Cent trolls somebody.
My guy.
It's always hilarious.
So 50 Cent to me is like Donald Trump, okay? And yeah, because 50 Cent is the type of nigga that is going to tell you what the real is, but you wasn't supposed to know that shit.
But I believe 50,
you was not supposed to know that shit.
I feel like he don't got no reason to like...
No, he does not.
You know, whatever. Like, I think he does not on point a lot of the time.
He do. And that's how I'm going to connect it, because 50 Cent recently just said that Jay-Z and Diddy, you know, kind of like got this thing where they kind of like, I mean, birds of a feather kind of a thing. Right?
Really?
Yeah. He was, okay, so this is searchable.
Okay.
He was basically talking about how Diddy on stage. Now, I didn't research this completely. I did see the video where Diddy and Jay was on stage, and Diddy walked up on Jay-Z and smacked him on the ass a couple of good times. Yes, sir.
And how did Jay-Z respond?
Oh, he didn't respond how 50 Cent would have responded. Now,
I wouldn't smack him on the ass.
50 Cent legitimately at his own show with his own fans, one of his fans like tried to grab him and he punched that bitch out. Yes, at one. It's all searchable. All of this is punched her out. He punched the bitch out. The young lady punched her out though. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, nah.
Why is he hitting women though? That's not cool.
She was grabbing him. That's a real nigga over there.
Grabbing him.
That's a real nigga over there. She was grabbing him. He bow. He threw a couple of stiff ones at her.
Couple.
Yeah, a couple stiff ones. He threw a couple stiff ones.
Not one.
Nah,
but for a woman, do you really need a couple though? That's
you
overkill.
Don't understand. I don't think you understand the logic behind it. So the logic behind that is basically like when you a nigga and you know what I'm saying, and somebody grabbing on you like that. You know, you don't see gender, you don't see age, you see nothing. What you see is red, and you start throwing because it's a self-preservation, you know what I'm saying, type of thing where it's like, I don't know what this person's trying to do to me,
right?
But I'm not gonna allow it.
And he probably has a lot of trauma, so I you know,
if you really think about it. So
did Jay-Z and Diddy, I'm sure.
Right. So that's what he was alluding to. Now, he said some shit. I was watching this episode. It was on Jink Tramps. He said, like, that Diddy tried to, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, a low key, like, you know what I mean?
Oh, you know, is that the one where he like, he wanted to take him shopping?
Exactly. He was like, yeah, man, we should hang out and shit. He was like, yo, we should go shopping. He was like, I'll pay for it. And 50 was like, nigga, this nigga just trying to take me shopping. That nigga tried to take 50 shopping.
Okay, but if a man offered to take you shopping, you would say no.
No, let's go, nigga. I'm broke. Let's go. Hey, bro, big dog. Yeah, let's go. Where we going? Rodeo, nigga? Or we gonna go to the swap meet and I can tear it up? Cause I'll tear it up in a swap meet, nigga. Low key. Tear it up.
Okay, so you don't got nothing opposed to that. So why do you think 50 Cent did then?
Because for one, 50 got bread. You know, and 50 is like a different type of nigga, you know what I'm saying? He might take that as X, Y, and Z. I'm gonna take that as, nigga, I'm broke. You're gonna take me shopping. You're gonna take me shopping. If you touch me though, this is gonna end up on the news. This is not. This ain't gonna turn out the way you thought it was gonna turn out. Nigga, we gonna go shopping, and I'm a clean up, and then nigga, you gonna go your separate way. Like otherwise, we gonna have a big problem. But I'm gonna make sure my bags is in the car before the problem kick off.
Do you think there's any price point that you would let a man touch you?
There is no way, no how.
Like $1 million, $1 billion. You'd be like, I just want to tickle your balls real quick.
For $1 billion? He want to tickle? You just want to tickle? For a Billy? Hurry up, motherfucker. Shit. Hurry up, nigga. And close your eyes, nigga. You can't be looking when you do it. Nigga, no eye contact. You just all in my fucking eye, fucking all in my soul while you're doing it.
$1 billion, but nobody would know, and he wants to fuck.
No, not gonna happen. Sorry, buddy.
Nobody will know though.
Buddy, I make okay money. My asshole is not for sale. I'm sorry. My asshole is just not for sale. Look, I don't care what y'all do. You know what I'm saying? But I fucked somebody in the ass and I felt horrible about it. So I could never see myself getting fucked. I felt horrible about it for like a week. It's like,
You know, like people like different things. Man.
Yeah, hey man, different strokes. And not those kind. Sorry. You get what I'm saying.
Okay, well, fair enough.
No, not gonna happen.
But do you think that Diddy likely did it? Based on
100%, I think all of this is true. I was dating a chick that this was a while ago. I was dating a chick that not dating her. I was fucking her. She was telling me because she goes to those swinger parties and shit, and she saw Diddy at one. She was like in the industry, and she saw Diddy at one, and he, you know, like this is, it's not a secret. This is not news that Diddy likes boys, allegedly. So I don't know anything. I've never met Diddy before. I don't know anybody that fucked Diddy, not male wise, female wise, in a general sense. But the rumors about him liking men, these are not new rumors. So I'm not surprised that, from what I understand, he would have Cassie search BBCs, and then he would like have her fuck these guys, you know, because he wanted to watch. But one of his ex bodyguards, like you say, was like, do you think she was the only one getting fucked by these niggas?
Oh, wow.
So, with that said, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, wow.
You know?
That's why they had sex trafficking as a charge.
Possibly, yes.
Oh, my gosh. That's horrible. That's worse. I mean, not that Bill Cosby wasn't bad or R. Kelly wasn't bad, but, you know.
I'm going to say something very controversial.
Oh, God. I don't even want to hear it, but just to keep it in the bag.
I'm going to say it.
Okay, go ahead.
Sometimes you motherfuckers out there, buddy, the money is just not worth it. I understand you enjoy fucking private planes and champagne and maid service. I understand you like it, but is your own personal well-being, your soul, is it worth it?
That's trauma you can't undo.
Is it worth it? It's just not worth it, man. Listen, I'm not gonna fucking hold you. It's very difficult to get up 40 hours a week and go to work. It's super difficult, my nigga. But you just not gonna treat me any kind of way. It's not gonna happen. I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck about none of that. Yeah, it's cool. All that little bullshit you doing over there, you spending money, taking nigga shopping. Yeah, nigga, take me shopping, put me on a fucking plane. But the very second that you try to compromise my integrity, you know, that's not gonna.
You know what?
I can't do it.
It is all about how you choose to live your life. I was actually watching this clip of, again, bring it back to 50 Cent, and he was like, you know, sometimes people who all they live in is a 1-bedroom apartment, but they're richer in their life experience. And happier than some of the people that have plenty of money to do whatever they want. And I agree with that 100%. Because if I really think about my life, and, you know, not that I make a ton of money now, but
she rich.
But based on like how much I made when I first met you to now, my level of happiness has not changed. That's like significantly.
And if it did, it went up, not down.
Yeah, but I would have to say that like we always talk about that trip to Vegas we took when we both were broke.
Broke as fuck.
We had far more fun that time than probably all the other times we've gone when we've had money to spend. That's because we had to be creative. Yep. We had to just wing it and just be like, fuck it, we're just having a good time. Like,
we had a great time.
And it was a blast. We spent no money. We found every free thing to do, and we just had fun with each other.
We did. We had a great time.
And to me, that's like a good example of like the quality of life that you can have. It's just, do you enjoy like the people in your life? Do you trust them? Do you have good relationships? Like all of those things really make the difference, as opposed to like what conveniences. Now the conveniences are nice. You know,
I love a good convenience.
Being able to fly first class is nice. Like all of the things are nice. When we stayed at the Cosmo and the suite, that was nice.
Well, that's what I was going to say. We had the two great times. We had that time, the one where we had bread, and then we had the time where we had no bread, and those were the two highlights.
But we also had that time when we rented the Airbnb when we was.
But we had bread.
Yeah, but that was also still a really great time. That was kind of in between. We didn't have a lot of money.
We stayed at 3 different places. What are you talking about?
Oh yeah, that's for my birthday.
We stayed at 3 different hotels. For my
birthday. Yeah, we had.
We was living at the fuck up. We had a cabana. Shut up.
We had a good time. Everybody. We had
a fucking cabana. We had fucking toes in the sand and shit. Niggas delivering champagne with baby tears.
The time that we had no money, was that also the time where?
Why did we go there with no money?
I don't know.
I'm so confused.
I don't know. Is that also the time that you got in trouble?
Let's not talk about that. I got out of that shit. I wiggled right up out of that, boy. I got into it with the police, got arrested. It was crazy. Anyway.
Was that the same trip? The one where I slid into the dude because I was trying to do the little dance?
I want to say yes. And the only reason I want to say yes is because your broke ass did not bail me out.
Yeah, no, I remember that. I remember like you calling me and I was like, I don't even have money to get back hardly. Like
I was stuck.
I knew I couldn't bail you out. I had $0. That was back in the day where I used to have to borrow $20 from you just to get gas for the week.
My God.
So I know that when you called me and I felt bad because your family was like, damn, she not even like, you know, like trying to get you out. But I knew I had no resources.
No, bag up, because them niggas had no room to ask any questions because of the simple fact that they wasn't trying to bail my brother out either. Them niggas ain't had no bread to bail him out either.
Fair enough. But
so them niggas was.
I felt really bad because I remember being on the phone. First of all, I had never been in that situation before to even I didn't even know the steps to bail anybody out. But I would have figured it out. But I remember
there are steps.
I know there are steps, and I remember
if you're ever arrested in the Las Vegas area,
I remember you know me, so you was already on the phone like, don't worry about it, blah blah blah. Like
I've been in jail before. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna ride it out.
But I remember being like on the phone. It was the middle of the night. I remember being on the phone like, okay, like I had nothing to say, but like, all right, you know, and I knew I had no money to bail you out with, so I was just like, okay, if they're gonna let you out in the morning anyway, like, no big deal.
Yeah, no real shit. But, and then how did you like cope with the situation? No, don't laugh, bitch. Well, how did you cope with the situation?
Man, I was like, fuck it, I'm a like, because he was my ride back.
Sure.
So
So to make yourself feel better about me being arrested and locked up eating bologna sandwiches around a bunch of niggas that ain't washed their ass in 7 days, how did you cope with that situation?
Went on a hop on, hop off tour.
Oh, that's how you do it though. That's how you do it when somebody that you love is in jail. What you do is you fucking go enjoy yourself. That's how you get over the...
By that time, though, you had called me. I had already found out that you was going to get let out. By that time, by the time the morning came, I believe your auntie had already called me and said that like you was getting out, or you had called me and said you was getting out. Somebody else had already bailed you out.
Yeah, I got bailed out. I got bailed out by a stranger.
Well, she was your friend at the time.
Oh, I didn't know we were going to talk about her, but yes. So somebody that was there, like,
yeah,
that was like really infatuated with me, ended up bailing me out.
Yeah, I remember that.
She bailed me out. Yeah, she was infatuated with your boy.
And you weren't single at that time.
I didn't even know she was bailing me out because I didn't ask her to. When she walked up on the situation, I was already in cuffs. I told her to go home. I was like, man, let's go home. I'm already getting arrested. This is done deal.
I wasn't there.
You weren't there.
I wasn't there.
She was there, and she was like, look, she looked dumbfounded, but she was a criminal herself, so she already knew what to do. She bailed me out. She tried to bail out my brother also, but he was getting let out. So I guess what had happened was, because we got arrested at the exact same time by the exact same two officers. Mm-hmm. He was being let out anyway. He was going to be let out regardless. I was not going to be let out. I was going to, if had she not bailed me out, I was going to sit there till Monday. So I guess what happened was they said, what they said was the people that were compliant, they were letting out and giving them a sight.
You were being cantankerous, though. From what you told me, you were being very cantankerous. So I can imagine.
I'll pushing them niggas around. I'll let them arrest me, low key. Like them niggas is little. I'll pushing them niggas around.
You know, and ever since then, you know, I don't even like when we go to Vegas. In a general sense, I don't even like you going off by yourself.
You don't.
Not that I think you're gonna make bad decisions, because there's been plenty of times where you've gone off on your own and I'm not even nowhere in the vicinity and you're fine. But I still get nervous. They tell you like, oh, I'm gonna go hang out with my family. I'm like, buddy. Like, no, man, because you're protective of your brothers and everything else. So you sometimes just do extra.
No, and generally speaking, I'm not a troublemaker. I'm not like just badass. I just make bad decisions sometimes.
Yes,
that was a bad decision that I had made, and it didn't. I mean, generally it all worked out. But
I'm just saying, look, when you go out with me, nothing close to that even happens.
Exactly, I'm a super nerd. I'm nerdy.
You know, like you're not gonna do nothing wild while I'm sitting there.
Not all the time. Halloween this year. We was at your friend's house. We didn't do nothing. Shacktober.
Oh my God! Yes.
No. Let's not talk about it. Let's not talk.
I was so irritated with this man because
don't talk about it. I said let's not talk about it.
Oh God! But yeah, every once in a while, you can't keep him on the leash.
Listen, man. Hey, legitimately speaking, I'm correcting my behavior. That was a time that I need, that just gives me, my behavior is corrected.
I was like, let's go. Let's just go.
That's so fucking hilarious.
I forgot what you kept telling me though. You was like, almost like, stop trying to control me or something.
No, I just kept telling you to go to the car. I was like, go to the car, bro.
No,
go to the car, bro. I got this.
No.
Like, don't worry about it.
I don't even like your energy. So you know what? How come every best friend you have, you done made them tired at least once?
Yeah.
What?
Angie.
Yeah, poor Angie. Shout out to Angie.
So okay. Listen. Anyway, let me bring it back. So Diddy and
yes,
because we got off track. So anyway. Speaking, so the bodyguard says that Diddy was also getting plunged.
Damn.
He was getting plunged.
Okay.
So then, basically, like I was saying, him and Jay kind of have this thing. Like Jay is like almost complicit also. Without being publicized. But he was saying also, this bodyguard, that Beyonce's on drugs. Like, yeah, he was saying Beyonce is on drugs.
Like what kind of drugs?
He didn't specify the drugs or the medication.
I don't believe it though.
Already, I don't not believe it.
Cause she don't even like. I don't know. She doesn't come across to me as a person that was like.
Who does though?
Who does?
Mm-hmm. Who does come across like they're on drugs?
You know what? Unless you get like really far into it, you don't usually start looking like you're doing drugs for a while.
So, my question to you is, you already knew that Michael Jackson was on drugs.
No, but you couldn't really tell either. Like it's like the old school artists. You could like look back and tell. Like James Brown looked like he was on drugs.
Of course, James Brown for sure.
Like
James Brown and Rick James.
Yes.
What about Prince?
Prince, you couldn't tell either. Like there's a lot of you can tell, but
that's what I'm saying. Now there's a conspiracy theory to go with both. But generally, what I'm saying is, let's say we take the information at face value. Okay. You didn't know these people were on drugs. So how would you know that Beyonce's on drugs or not? How would you know?
You wouldn't.
You would not know.
No.
Only way you would get that information is by somebody who was in the inner circle.
Yeah.
Who would tell you something like that? I am a conspiracy theorist. You knew after she did that fucking interview.
But after a while. But at first you wouldn't have been able to tell. Because she came across so sweet.
She was very sweet.
And very wholesome. But like after a while. But that's what I'm saying. It takes time before you can actually like tell.
Funny thing is just in case you don't know and you watching this fucking podcast, just in case you don't know, everybody thought Bobby Brown got Whitney Houston into drugs. Other way around.
Well, yeah.
Just so everybody knows. It was the other way around.
It was, but allegedly. I wasn't there, but allegedly, yes.
Well, this came out before she died, so she had plenty of time to refute that.
Oh, yeah?
She never refuted that. She never refuted that.
So Jay-Z also liked getting his booty tapped, allegedly.
Allegedly, Jay likes it in the ass. Allegedly. I don't know. I'm just telling you what is being said online. I don't have a opinion about it.
Well, then that kind of takes me then to do you believe in the Will Smith, Dwayne Wade situation?
I 100% believe the Will Smith. And again, I don't know this to be a fact. Allegedly, one of the bodyguards was this bodyguard was on
bodyguards talking, huh?
Yeah, they be snitching. Them niggas is rats, bro. But he was supposed to be looking for Will Smith. They were on set of something, and he was supposed to be like, wrangling Will Smith, let's just say. And he walked in the room, and Dwayne Martin.
Oh yeah,
was drilling. He said what his verbiage was. It was a murder in there. He was murdering that ass.
Oh God!
He popped into the dressing room, and Will Smith was bent over, just accepting everything.
Well, to each his own.
Of course. I mean, I'm not. Listen, if you gay, you gay. One of my children is gay. I think two of them are. So I don't know. I'm okay with. It's okay. I'm okay with motherfuckers being gay. That has nothing to do with nothing. I don't care who you fucking. That does not. I don't care about who you fucking.
It's just the fact that they said that they're not.
No, I don't care about that either. If you want to hide it, hide it. I am talking about this 100% because this is a podcast and we are just discussing. It's just a discussion. But I'm just telling you what was being said. That's all.
I agree with you. For some reason, I think that it's also true. I don't know why. I don't have no rhyme or reason why I think that it's true, but I just think that it is. And I think it's easier, just as in a general sense, for us to believe that like rich people are behaving like badly or got secrets.
Nope. Bag up. They are not behaving badly. Because because you fucking a man, that's not behaving badly.
I'm not talking about the Will Smith situation. I'm talking about the Diddy situation and the R. Kelly and like all of that. Like, I think it's easy for us to believe that they're doing that type of stuff. The Will Smith thing, like, okay, yeah, they're just living their life.
Right. You like to get a dick in your ass every now and again. Who cares?
You know, but I think it's easier to believe those things because one would assume that, you know, they're putting on a public image anyway. Like, oh, they want to paint this picture of this is who I am to the public for whatever their reasons are.
Sure.
So it's easier to believe that they have, you know, everything looks too perfect. So it's easier to believe that they got some other things going on that, you know, would potentially tarnish this, you know, quote unquote perfect image when, you know, Will Smith originally, you know, started doing his image.
He was in that movie. Do you remember the movie?
Where he had to play gay guy?
He wasn't playing a gay guy.
Not in that movie, but in
6 Degrees of Separation.
I don't know that movie.
Okay, so he wasn't necessarily playing a gay guy. It was more like a political thing, and he got caught by the family he was living with. A white boy was drilling him in the ass.
Oh, that came out back then?
That was a very long time ago. That's like one of his first movies. And he was getting drilled in the ass.
Maybe he's just bi then? Do you think he also likes women too?
I 100%. I don't care, but yeah, I believe he likes women. Obviously, he likes women. He got 2 kids by Jada Pinkett.
That don't mean anything.
How'd you get that dick hard?
Look, gay people have sex with people of the opposite sex all the time.
How'd you get that dick hard? You had to get that dick. It wasn't a. It's possible that there's another man in the room to fluff you so that you can stick your dick into a woman. But come on, I don't believe in that.
Women have like experiences with other women and they're not gay.
You're splitting hairs. The simple idea of it is I don't know what his continuous thought process is when it comes to his sexuality, but what I do know is at some point he liked women. So whether he's bi or pan, I don't care. The fact of the matter is at some point you liked women. And your dick got hard. You stuck it in a woman. You had a baby. Then you decided, you know what? I'm going to do this again. And your dick got hard again. And you stuck it in a woman and she had another baby.
Fair enough.
And then you was like, you know what? 3rd time's a charm. So, you know what I'm saying? He got 3 kids.
He does, yeah.
So, yeah, you're like, you know, like I don't know what his continuous thing is. I know that what's being said, and then I know what the facts are. The fact is he has 2 kids by a woman. So,
all right. For a second.
But did you see how I brought it back to Beyonce?
I did see that.
Chappelle style.
I know. I see that. Because he does go on a full-on tangent, and then we'll get back to the original thing. Like,
all right, everybody, good night. It was a nice show. And then the crowd goes wild. He walks off stage. He comes back in. Oh, I forgot to tell y'all about the 3rd time that I met Mike Tyson. I went fucking nuts.
Yeah. Okay, so this whole like T.I. thing. Have you heard about it on the online?
I've heard about it.
Did you see the video?
I saw the video. It was really choppy though.
It was, and you couldn't really tell like what was exactly going on. Or at least
you can't tell what was going on. You can't. I didn't see the chokehold at all.
No, I didn't. I just saw, like, to me, from the video I saw, I don't know, there might be multiple, but from the video that I saw, it was like, I mostly saw, what's his name, King?
Yeah.
Mostly, like, yelling and whatever, and, like, I could hear.
Doing too much with his own father.
T.I. in the background, and I could hear Tiny, I think, a little bit in the background, and that was about it.
Yeah. Okay, so the video that I saw was basically, I saw I saw both videos, but I saw a full-length video where, you know, they were like razzing him a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And he's the one recording. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, you know, just like these old fucking Thundercats out here nowadays.
Wow, Thundercats.
You know, they got the fucking phone recording the whole time. Like, now, my nigga, if you're gonna record, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay. You recording though. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, you recording though. So now, like, maybe this happens all the time. in a general sense where, like, you know what I'm saying, they joking with you and they giving you shit about you sucking on a pacifier and all that. Till you 12. Now, I'm going to say this. If you are recording an interaction with your family, you should, and then trying to like puff your little chest out, you probably was sucking on the pacifier till you're fucking 12 because you're doing some sucking on the pacifier till you're 12 type shit right now.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, listen, I can understand you and your family and y'all having a good time and everybody fucking razzing you and shit. But then when the shit get real, that's when you turn the camera off.
Yeah.
But if you leave it on and now you try to buck up to your daddy who is a real nigga, you bucking up to your daddy who's a real nigga.
Yeah.
Everybody knows TIP is a real nigga. Everybody knows this is not.
He ended up sounding.
This is not news.
The son ended up sounding just so like dumb and privileged. You know, like just like, oh, because he was like, oh, I like to be over like Mimi's house or Mama's house or whatever.
Grandma, his grandma's house.
You know, and I'm like, sir, like you just relax.
No, that's not even the biggest part of it. Like generally speaking, my nigga, like you talking about how, you know, you didn't want to be all in the gates of, you know, in the gated community in the suburbs. You was trying to be on the streets, Brody. Relax.
Either way,
a lot. Like, yo, take several seats, fam. You doing a lot, money. Fam.
Even if like he's hanging out with certain people, like either way, when you go home, you have all your needs.
That's not even the thing, though. More or less, it's like, yo, what are you talking about? Basically, all of these children who are privileged like that, who live that, you know, privileged lifestyle and act like, oh, I don't want to fucking, and you know, you got all that privileged shit going and you saying all the shit you saying. However, you would love, you live on spending my money. Mm-hmm. Are you making your own money though? You're not. So you don't have that same entitlement. Like, yo, I'm entitled to your money. I'm just not entitled to your lifestyle or whatever. Mm-hmm. You know, no, you're entitled to the lifestyle too. You are locked in on all of it. Don't, unless you go to work daily, make your own money, separate your family. That's different. That makes sense, my nigga. You don't, if you stand on business, like you say you stand on business, my nigga, then stand on business.
I had not heard that term until recently.
The first time I heard that term was yesterday.
I was like, oh, is that what we're saying now? We stand on business.
That's the new term. So when I heard it, the first time I heard it, as it relates to current day, was DK Metcalf when he made that touchdown or whatever, and he did sign language. Or something, whatever the fuck the sign language is.
Stand on business.
On business. So he's because DK Metcalf is actually taking sign language currently. So
oh, that's cute.
Yeah. So that was the first time I heard it. Then I watched this clip and I'm like, oh, this is the term now. Mm-hmm. So this nigga like, I stand on business.
And let me bring it back to midlife.
My nigga, you do not stand on business. My nigga, you stand on bullshit. You're not watching this podcast. I already know. This is not big enough for even a little dumbass nigga like you. But you don't stand on business.
So extra.
I'm just saying.
I hear you.
Listen, I'm clear on what I'm saying.
I know, you're very clear.
TIP from Atlanta. That's a real solid nigga. I've always said it. That's a real nigga right there.
Yeah.
You don't play with a real nigga like that. Oh, you got a cell phone, huh? You got a little cell phone, huh? You get a little cell phone. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you recording the shit, but you got the phone down here. Like you not recording. Brody. Come on, bro. Like, that's your father for one. That's a real nigga too. And that's your mom. What are you doing? This is your family.
But sometimes when you're young, you just make weird decisions.
I know. I've been there.
Yeah.
I've never done that, but I've been there.
Yeah.
I've been there where it's just like, you feel a certain way about what niggas is saying about you. Stop recording then.
Yeah.
If you're not recording, you're not having the response.
Yeah. My brother had some moments like it's again same age period too, where he was just like, I think everybody was like, what in the world is going on here? Maybe young men at a certain, maybe between 16 and like 20, I don't know, they just lose their minds and just do weird shit. I don't know, but
between 16 and what was the age?
I said 20, but it could be later than that.
Yeah, it goes into like 24, 25.
Until their brain's fully developed,
I guess.
Okay.
That I don't have that information. But yeah, so between that age and it's actually, I believe it's 14. But between 14 and 25, that's when young men start becoming men.
Right.
Okay. And during that process between 14 and like 25, that's when we are like figuring it out.
That's when you need the fathers the most.
Yes.
100%. 100%.
I'm gonna disagree.
No,
I'm gonna give a little pushback.
No, because I'm
gonna give pushback. I'll let you finish, but I'm gonna give pushback.
But in my opinion, my personal opinion,
sure,
you need that masculine energy to combat that weird stage they're going through. Because, I'll just use in my family, sure. Like, the women in the family were not able to really say much. Now, there are, some, like I'll say my sister, for example, she's a little bit more firm in a lot of ways than me, so she was able to kind of handle my brother for that period of time. But it kind of took my dad stepping into place from time to time and like really making him sit down to like calm the situation, because
sure,
he had that old man strength. That's just like, do I really want to test it with my baby buff? Like,
not a good idea. My son will never. My son gonna have to do a lot more if he ever like want to play with me like that. You got to do a lot, bro. You still got a long way to go. If you want to play with me like that, fuck man strength, nigga. If you just want to even play with me like that, you got a long way to go. I'm not saying that it can't happen. All I'm saying is currently, I still got $10 on me.
And I think there's just a different respect there. Not that, young men don't respect their mothers, but I just think that it's a different vibe when the father steps in, like in a general sense.
Okay, so let me give the pushback that I said that I would give.
Go ahead.
I don't think that that's the age where you need the fathers. I 110% believe that you need the fathers 100% of the time, and if not more at the beginning, because you have to, for me, you have to set the foundation first.
Okay.
So in your idealism, or I'm sorry, I've been drinking. And what you were saying, 14. Oh, you need the fathers the most. 14 to 25.
I said the most.
You're not listening. Let me finish. Let me land. But wait a minute, because I didn't stop you at all. I let you talk.
You sure did.
Let me talk.
All right, go ahead.
So, you said between 14 and 25, you need the fathers the most. For me, I believe that you need the fathers the most from the jump, because that is the foundation. Anything that's built is built on foundation.
Okay.
So if you build a foundation, at least by the time, if I'm with you, your father, let's say I die, but I'm with you from birth till you're 14. I've built a foundation. Currently, you have something to refer back to as a young man. My daddy had, when I was 7, when I was 6.
All right, fair enough.
You have a foundation to pull from, but because we're using the age thing, you have to, there's only one way to prove it, is by action. So if you have no father from birth to 14, father pops in at 14 to 25, is that really gonna give you what you need to be a man in this world? You know what I'm saying? I believe 100% that because I've learned from you that when babies are young, they're like sponges. Mm-hmm. You know, they just absorb and absorb and absorb. And if they're absorbing, when they can actually start remembering things, start making their own decisions, and you're still there, you've built this foundation already.
Right.
That just takes you higher.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Maybe me and you are kind of looking at it from two lenses.
Yeah.
Because obviously my parents are still together. They've been together obviously my whole life. So
that's very obvious. Everybody knows that. Y'all knew that.
So I'm looking at it from the lens of, parents being together the whole time.
The whole time.
So what I'm saying, they need them even more. That's not to say that the father didn't build a foundation from the beginning also. But I also agree with what you're saying too. Yeah. Like I can see both from both angles also. But I'm looking at the lens of the dad has always been there, not that like, oh, he just coming onto the scene or hasn't been there previously. Because when I'm thinking about my family, I'm thinking about like an intact family.
But what you said was need you the most. Yeah. And when you say that, you separate those two.
Right. No, like I said, I agree with you. I see from both. That's why I say I see from both sides. Like I could see how, yes, of course you need the foundation as well, all that attachment theory and all of that. I think is very important. But I guess maybe you just need both parents the entire time. And you did have your dad more so in the later years of your life, right?
16 to 20 to now.
Do you think he had a significant influence on who you are as a man today?
And I will say this, because I'm speaking from, experience. Mm-hmm. I had my father there the entire time. Now, was he there consistently the entire time? No, my daddy was in jail a lot.
He said so high pitched.
Falsetto on their ass. But I do remember the nigga being there in third grade. Mm-hmm. I was in third grade. Nigga came to the class. Oh, that spooked the shit out because I was already fucking up. I had like a little girl in a headlock. I don't know what I was doing when he walked into class.
Yeah. Wow.
Him and my uncle walked into class, and yeah, I was touching cotton. I needed a diaper on. Like, ooh.
I was like, ooh. But that makes a difference, though. It really does.
But then the nigga went to jail, and he was in jail for like a long time after that. But yeah, I got my ass whooped that day. My teacher told everything. She told that bitch.
She fucking ratted on you.
Fucking bitch.
But did you act better after that?
No, fuck that bitch.
But did you act better after that?
Fuck that bitch.
Yes.
I was the model student in that fucking class. I was always looking at the door. We be reading and shit. I had fucking flashbacks in that class.
Your dad is funny,
fucking reading Green Eggs and Ham, and you, Sam, I am. What?
Both of our dads are funny. I think. Like in a general sense, your dad is funny in one way, and my dad is funny in another way.
My dad is funny. My dad was not funny back then.
Oh no, I didn't like my dad either. To me, I thought he was a jerk because he used to like set a fucking chair at the door of your room, and then just sit there and be like, get that paper right there, or what's that? Like that's how you had to clean your room if you didn't clean it right the first time. That was my mom. It was just fucking annoying. I was like, oh my God, please.
Yeah, but at least he sat outside the room. My mother would come in the room, and if you pick something up, she'd grab it. Let me see that. Wow. I had wrote a rap when I was in 4th grade. She was like, what's a hoe?
Oh gosh.
She was like, "What's a hoe?"
Wait, it's just give it a definition.
I was like, "A gardening tool." Boy, please. She was not fucking with me. Yeah, my mom used to come in the room and sit and be in the room as you clean it, because she was dead ass about. I told you clean your room. You clean your room. Now here I come.
No,
she would be in on.
She would annoying. We had to tiptoe around the house all the time. He did work like 2-3. Usually 2, sometimes 3 jobs, and so when he was there, like, we had to be quiet. Like,
your father is nice and super cool, and
now,
he's really soft spoken. But he's really
it's kind of like the grandparent syndrome. Like, you see it a whole other.
I talked to your father, and he told me himself that he's always been soft spoken.
He was, but not with us. Not with us.
Fair enough.
But I mean, he was always a good dad, but like he's
a solid nigga.
He had a hard time. I think I think some people are good parents for certain age groups.
You've always said this.
Because of my father. He's great with like little kids and babies. Oh, he's amazing. When you get to that middle school teenager age, he don't know what to do.
See, that's where I thrive.
He don't know what to fucking do, and he gets very irritated. He can't because you're figuring out like your voice and all kind of shit. He did not do good with that age, and I've also always been very emotionally expressive. So I would sit there, and this sounds weird, but I would tell him what he did wrong. I'd be like, I wish you would do more of this. I don't like it that you didn't tell me enough of that. Like, it would be like just a series of things that I would just feel like, I felt like he needed to know, and I wanted to tell him, exactly how I was feeling, because I had that relationship with my mother. I was able to tell her everything that I was feeling. But my dad, he would be the type of dude that would be like, oh, that's not for kids to talk about or something, whatever. That's not in a child's place.
100%.
But I would still tell him anyway.
So moving on, buddy. Moving on, because we do need to move on.
Yeah.
Let's talk about something relationship based.
Oh yeah, I had wanted to ask you a question. So I was watching this clip. Was I watching the clip? I don't know if I was watching the clip, but I had wanted to ask you because, you've been single now for a while. 7 long years, baby. And you also have been in long-lasting relationships in the past.
13 long years, baby.
There's some overlap. There's some overlap between the singleness and the relationship.
You got that cheese? Bring the cheese in. Bring the cheese in.
But anyway,
what type of cheese do you like? Provolone? Bitch ass motherfucker. Can I get some Gruyere up in here? I need some Gruyere.
Well, Jesus. Okay. So I just want to know, like, okay, do you find that you are happiest when you are a single man or a man in a relationship, in a committed relationship?
What do you think?
I already know the answer to this. I think I know.
I'm gonna say this.
It was a yes or no. Oh, well, I guess it was a yes or no.
No, this is an open-ended question. So I believe that depending on the woman, I like being in a relationship. I'm a relationship guy.
Okay. Do you think depending on the woman, but you broke up with whatever woman happened to be in your past. So how do you know?
What?
Like, you're single now, so whoever you were with that you may or may not have been happy with for a period of time, you broke up with. So how do you know you would be happy in the future?
It just depends on the woman for me.
Fair enough.
A good woman who knows how to, like, let a man be a man and her be a woman without trying to be a man. Like, I could go on for days. And none of this is like related to me. I'm just saying in a general sense. That, I would like a woman who I could just you know what? I'm going to just submit to you. I'm going to allow X, Y, and Z. You're going to allow X, Y, and Z. And then we're going to be in a good relationship. We're going to be in a good space.
Right.
You know, but I'm not going to just do it just to be doing it. For me, it doesn't make sense to do it that way.
Right.
I don't like doing it that way. I don't want anyone to feel like, in a general sense, I don't want anyone to feel like, well, we're stuck together. I want to be in a relationship where it feels like I want to be here.
Fair enough.
I want to be here because this is what makes me happy.
Okay.
You know, and that's very difficult to find.
Right. I feel like for me, I don't think I like fully embraced the singleness of it until like maybe within the last 6 months or so, I would say. And I will say this, I did have a really good time, like really like being single and like having a good time.
How'd that dick taste?
Shut up, Jay.
Oh.
But I will say that like it was short lived. Like I don't know how
the dick was short or
all of it, but I will say that it was fun while it lasted. But it's definitely not my preference.
How long did it last?
The time period of that time period, I would say, I don't know, about like maybe 4 months or so, where I was like actually really investing, going on dates and like, you know, hanging out and having a good time, like, you know, because before then, like I was very much so like in the house. Like I would go on dates here and there, like, you know, but it wasn't like I actively like actually dating and like really being open to things. I wouldn't say that I was fully open back then. Even though like I met a couple of guys here and there, but more recently, like I was like, you know, going on a lot of dates and like really putting myself out there. It was fun. I will say it was fun, but more recently, I'm gonna say like in the last month or two, turned that shit way down, and I was like, yeah, no, back to my normal speed of just, you know, I just don't feel like putting the energy in. Like I really would love to be in a relationship. I think that's where I thrive. Although I think there's benefits to being single. I think sometimes you need to like have that period of time being single and like, you know, just get to know yourself better and what you like and what you don't like, and you know, kind of reestablish kind of a center. Right. Yeah. But yeah, I don't think it's for me in a general sense.
Single life.
The single life, yeah. And I've been single a long time. You know, probably almost as long as you've been.
But
single.
you've only your whole phase didn't last long.
It did not. I've been single for 5+ years, and my whole phase lasted like 3-4 months.
You got some pretty good fucking out the way though.
Not pretty good. It was I engaged, but I can't think of any that was like, damn, that was good. I had a good time. Unfortunately, I didn't run into like one that I really, really enjoyed. I had some that were like, okay. And then there's one in particular that was, it was awful. I still have nightmares about it.
What was so bad? You have nightmares about this?
Every time I think about it, I just feel gross all over.
This is a whole, hey, we're going to have to talk about this. I gotta know.
I feel gross all over.
I gotta know. What happened? Tell me more.
Nothing. I guess nothing out of the ordinary happened. I think I just wasn't like, some people look better with their clothes on than they do with their clothes off. And so
ain't nothing wrong with being the Trojan man.
So
when you're riding.
So when he took his clothes off, I was like, I just didn't like it. Oh my
God, buddy. What happened here?
Wasn't a fan.
He looked better with his clothes on?
Yeah.
Did he have a girdle on?
It just, I don't know.
He had a shape trainer?
I can't even describe it to you. It wasn't like anything fell out. It's just that like, I don't know, like to me, like his like shoulders or something, everything was, it was just shaped weird, and I just was like,
with the clothes on, it looked better?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't believe you. I think you were drunk, sobered up when you got to his house, and then you was like, oh. Holy shit.
I don't think that either. I think that day I was sober, but yeah.
But the only reason that I'm saying what I'm saying is because now I'm confused and concerned about when I take my clothes off. Are these women like, oh.
But you've never been with a woman who looks better with her clothes on than she does with them off? Maybe not. Maybe you haven't had that experience. But
I'm going to say that I don't think that's the case, because normally if I see you with your clothes on and then you take them off, I expected to see that or worse. So,
you already prepared.
I'm prepared.
Maybe I wasn't mentally prepared, but I've
seen a lot of women take their clothes off though. So
but I just remember and I think because of the stage we were already at, I was just like, fuck it, I'll just go through it. Maybe it won't be that bad, but it was that bad. It was not enjoyable, and he was a little guy. I mean,
was he big or
he was tall.
Oh, he was tall.
But
how was he little then? See? Nope. I shouldn't have asked that. That was one too many questions. That was one too many questions. I get it.
He was little there.
No explanation needed. And, I don't want to know anything about his members.
And it wasn't pleasurable. And I just was in the middle of it, I was just thinking why am I freaking doing this?
Yeah.
And ever since, that was the last time he saw me, obviously. And
that's not the last time you saw him, since you seen a nigga in your dreams.
Oh God! I can't.
In your dreams, he just in there.
No.
He's just looking at eye contact and shit.
Oh no, it was awful. Oh my God, that was the only bad sexual experience I think I've ever had where I just didn't. I mean, there's been some that were better than others, but that was the only one that I could think was bad. Where I was like.
Let me ask you one question.
What's that?
Did you suck it?
No.
You didn't suck it?
No. I was too grossed out.
So disappointed.
In a general sense, I was just
I'm so disappointed. You're supposed to suck that dick. Oh, you're supposed to suck that dick. If you don't suck that dick, then I don't know why we even here today. You know what I mean? Yo. Why are we having sex if you ain't sucking this dick?
Oh well, you're gross. But either way, that one still haunts me. I know you have some women that you've encountered where you are grossed out after.
Oh, 100%, 100%.
So 100%. I just said that was a new experience.
Those nights happen where it's just oh, I shouldn't have done that. 100%. And it is at this point. It's just you. I'm not going to say that, not publicly at least, but all you men know exactly where I'm going with this.
I can just imagine.
There's a roster of some sort. There's two rosters. There's two rosters.
I think you had told me a story. You had pulled your fucking cover all the way to your chin.
I did.
That's my favorite one. So that's what I imagine. Even when I think about I think of the cover and be oh,
let me say this. Let me say this publicly. Because there are attractive men out there who I don't know their experience. I can only imagine that they have a way better experience than I'm having. However, I've had two different experiences, and the variation between the two. But there's the one where you pull the covers up to your fucking chin and you just fucking just cringe. And then there's the situation where it's I can't believe this is happening. She's like a 10, top 10, and her face is all on your member, she blowing your socks off. This happens. Mm-hmm. So it's just damn, when you're dating, it's just damn, man, you could have any one of these experiences happen to you. Mm-hmm. It could 100% be the girl who, oh my God, why did I make this call? Mm-hmm. And then it's the girl that's oh my God, why didn't I make this call sooner?
Now, she may be thinking the same thing I was thinking, which is I knew I was outside of that old boys league. Like, as soon as I got out and I looked as good as I was looking, even though I'm fluffy, I still look way better than him, I think.
You ain't fluffy.
And I was like,
I've seen fluffy.
And I was like, oh yeah, I'm about as good as he gonna get, because I'm fucking amazing.
You blessed him that day.
I did bless him.
You blessed him. I've been blessed.
But I walked away like, oh,
I've been blessed. I've been blessed a few times.
Women may have walked away from me like, why did I do that?
I'm 100. What may have at least 90% of them walk away like, I don't care. I can't believe I just did that to him.
No.
He's such a nice guy. Like, he's so sweet. I can't believe I did all of that though.
But the gross guy though, he wasn't actually very sweet and very nice. You know, he was.
Sometimes that'll get you some pussy. Sometimes it won't.
But I couldn't hang after, and then I've got a smart ass mouth, so that I couldn't control the commentary because I'm funny, so I said some funny shit
during the act.
Not during, but right after.
What did you say? You gotta tell me. You gotta tell me. You gotta tell us all. We've gotta know.
I can't say.
We've gotta know. Inquiring minds.
I can't say.
We have to know. We have to know. We have to know.
I didn't say nothing. It wasn't funny, but it was just like, it was funny to me, but it's not actually funny. But
say it. Say it. I gotta know. I gotta know.
I just made him feel bad on accident.
Afterwards?
Yeah.
Well, that happened.
It's kind of like that. I was like, well, I guess everybody don't have to come.
You said that? Oh, shit. Were you drunk?
No.
So he came?
Well, yeah, he came.
Oh, but you didn't.
But I didn't. I was too gross.
That was bitchy.
Oh, yeah, I was an asshole.
Yeah, that wasn't that. You didn't make him feel bad. You validated him, like not ever having to call you again.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have called you again. Bitch, what you mean? Everybody don't have to come.
He did call me after, though. I
wouldn't have called you.
He did call me out.
Oh, everybody don't have to come? You goddamn right, bitch. Get the fuck out. If everybody, including you, go.
Oh, man.
If I'm gonna fuck you, if I'm fucking you on the first night.
He did not fuck me on the first night.
Oh, I thought that's what you was doing.
No.
Okay.
I had been talking to him for a long time.
I don't believe her.
Okay.
Huh? Oh, you heard that. You got the earphones on. Okay. Yeah. If I'm fucking you on some hoe shit, let's just say you on some hoe shit, and I know you on some hoe shit because niggas know when you on some hoe shit. And you don't come, and then you got the nerve to say that to me because that's been said to me.
Has that been said to you?
Yeah.
Oh.
I won't tell you when and where, but it wasn't that long ago.
Oh no. It's recent?
Pretty recent.
Damn.
Pretty recent. And she said some weirdo shit to me like that, but I'm not blaming her. But I'm not, just so we're clear, I'm not blaming her. I don't want to play the blame game. I'm not going to play that. But what I am going to say is this. If I get up in that vagina and you don't come, it's because I didn't enjoy the vagina.
Well, that's why the other person didn't come?
I'm going to say it this way. It's not because
because you would feel like you'd put more effort into it.
What I'm saying is that if I get up in there and you didn't come, and I know for a fact you didn't come, yeah, it's because I didn't enjoy the vagina. Now there are times when I got up in that pussy and I was giving her all she's got, Captain, and she didn't come. But that's a personal defect. In that aspect. But if I get up in there and your hot pocket is ready before I come, or the other way around, if I come before the hot pocket is ready, yeah, if you pop a hot pocket in the microwave and I come before that motherfucking buzzer go off, yeah, I didn't enjoy that vagina at all.
Well, see, somebody would say the opposite.
A lot of people will say the opposite. A lot of people would say the opposite based on whatever that's based on. But if I'm getting in that pussy and I don't like this pussy, I'm just trying to come. So I'm going to come, get up out of this pussy, and I'm out. Like, I just was trying to come, and I needed to come. I needed to get this up out of me, and now I'm out.
You just be leaving them?
Oh, 100%. They be begging me to stay. Oh, please, wait a minute. What happened? Like, I didn't XY. Can we just do it again? No, I got, man.
You'll wash your hair?
I got shit to do. Yeah.
Oh, fair enough.
That's just how it goes sometimes. It's not always the case, but yeah, that's the case.
I guess you also have, situations where, people are begging you to stop. You just are having,
I've been begged to stop. Like, please stop. No. I'm still hard. I'm still horny. I can't stop. What are you talking about? Stop. What am I going to do with this?
You telling an asshole.
What are we going to do with this?
Oh,
leave it there?
Yes.
That's selfish.
Nah, you take care of yourself.
All right. Let's move on because we got to end this thing. We can't do this forever. Mm-hmm. All right, let's get up out of here. But first things before we go.
Oh, you got something?
I got one more thing.
All right, let's hear it.
This is what we are going to call for the Cranberry Podcast. This is what we are going to call affectionately the fuck you segment of the week.
The fuck you segment.
The fuck you segment. Because at some point, all of us want to just be like, you know what? Fuck you.
Oh, okay. With enthusiasm.
So this is my fuck you moment.
All right, let's hear it.
I decided I was going to order a TV. Now I came home. I have this room. I just was like, I got an extra room. So I was like, let me order a TV for the extra room.
Okay.
I just got off work early in the morning. I ordered a TV. Oh, I was going to go pick the TV up or, I didn't even know it was an option to have the TV delivered.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Even in this day and age, I didn't know that was an option. It was an option. So I was like, oh, well, of course.
Of course.
But this gas, you know what I'm saying? I got French on them niggas. You know what I'm saying? But this gas, the TV delivered. Right?
Terrible. Yes.
That was a great accent. Anyway.
But of course.
But this gas. Anyway, shut up. Stop trying to do me. I ordered the TV. They like, the TV will be delivered between 10, I work graveyard, 10 a.m. and noon. Perfect. I can get some sleep. I wake up about 10. TV could possibly be delivered.
Okay.
This is great.
Wonderful.
I go to sleep. I wake up at 10:30. There's a message on my phone. We went shopping. We're shopping for your TV. I see a message right under that says about. So they've sent me 2 messages at the point by 10:30. We went shopping. We're shopping for your TV right now. Next message. We have your TV. We are checking out right now and on the way. Mm-hmm. I'm like, okay. Now I know that the Target that they at, because fuck you Target, by the way, is close by. So I'm like, all right, cool. Target, it shouldn't be long. 10:45, 11, 11:36. Oh shit! Like there's no fucking TV. Now I'm concerned. So, I'm going outside. I'm doing all kind of weird shit to try to see if can he get in the gate.
Concerned, huh?
You know what I'm saying? Does his mama have to go to the dentist? Like, how can I figure this out? Anyway, noon rolls around and I'm like, all right, there's no fucking TV. It's not coming.
Right.
Nigga, it's been an hour and a half since you said you got the TV and you're on your way. Mm-hmm. And the place is 5 minutes away. All right, TV's not coming. I called Target. These niggas tell me that the nigga who picked up the TV showed up in a fucking Honda Celica, a 1986 Honda Celica. Nigga, you not finna fit a 60-inch screen TV, 65, however big the fuck you. TV was in the car. You not even fit that in your Honda Celica, bro.
He was gonna try though. He was trying.
Canceled my entire order. Him personally, the guy in a Honda. How do you let a grown man in a Honda Celica cancel my TV? He's in a Honda Celica. He shouldn't even be able to cancel a burger at McDonald's. He shouldn't even be able to cancel that.
And normally they don't. They normally it's just like you cancel it for yourself and somebody else can pick it up. But that's weird.
I was unassuming because I didn't even know that Target, the conglomerate that it is, has an Uber service. Yeah. Where you just send random niggas to pick up stuff from Target. How do you just send random? First of all, Target.
It's like an Instacart?
Whatever it is. Whatever the fuck it. How do you Target? Why are you sending a man in a car this big? He's in a micro machine trying to pick up a fucking TV. Yeah. Now, why would you send him there? Why won't you, Target, the conglomerate that you are, say, hey, man, this is what I'm sending you to pick up. Do you have the space for it? Do you have the space for it's Target? This is not Ralph's where you just fucking picking up groceries. Anything you go into Ralph's, you can put it in your Celica.
Right.
This is Target. What if I ordered a couch? I'm pretty sure you can get a couch from Target. Maybe you can't. I know you can get a fucking 60-inch screen TV from there. Yep. And a Honda Celica's not gonna do the job.
Yeah.
Niggas come in there, they cancel my entire order. I call, of course, it's routed to fucking Zimbabwe or some fucking where excuse me, sir. You know what? And I'm not being racist. I'm not being racist.
You gotta start off.
I can't be racist. I'm black. I can't be racist. Listen, it's real. Okay. So yeah, and you niggas don't. I don't know what to do. Yeah, you don't know what the fuck to do. Fuck you, Target. Hey, Target. How many fucking fingers am I holding up? Huh, Target? Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fucking Target. Fuck you, Target. Fuck you, Target. Fuck you. Fuck you, bitch. Fucking fuck you, my TV.
All right. Well,
fuck you. I ended up having to go to Best Buy, bought a bigger TV, stuck it in my little ass car and drove it. Yeah, I couldn't close the trunk, but that's besides the point. I still got the TV here. I put it on the wall. Everything worked out fine. Fuck you, segment of fuck you, Target. Fuck you, bitch ass niggas. I'm never fucking with Target again. I'm going to Walmart with the fucking with the dirt foots. I'm going to Walmart with the dirt foots, my nigga. I'm gonna be in there with. I'm taking my shoes off as soon as I walk in. I'm going to Walmart, man. Fuck Target, man. Y'all niggas, man, get the fuck out of here, man. I ain't fucking with y'all no more. Don't ever deliver me nothing, man. That's real shit. Don't even deliver me condoms, my nigga.
All right, buddy. All right, we got it. Fuck you. Yeah, very passionate about that shit. Oh my goodness. All right. But you know what, Bud? I have to say, this lasted a lot longer than I thought. I had a freaking blast coming back to the Cranberry Pod.
Welcome back, everybody.
It was so much fun catching up.
Fucking mimosas and shit. They out there doing it, baby.
Yes. So I really enjoyed this conversation today.
Nah, we had a great time. Welcome back. We are back. You know what I'm saying? We back. We bike. We bike. You know what I'm talking about? Yes, sir. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Leave your comments, X, Y, and Z. You can always hit us up on cranberrypod@gmail.com with whatever you need to say. I don't care what it is. Say what you want to say. I'm not mad sensitive. So, and I don't think my co-host is either. So, I don't care what you say. I'm going to laugh at it, to be perfectly honest. So you can talk about my appearance. You can, give advice. You can give suggestions. You do whatever the fuck you want to do, man, at the cranberrypod@gmail.com, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? This shit going to be on YouTube. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? All my YouTubers, you know what I'm saying? Take a look. Say what you want to say, man. But thanks for showing up. Thanks for at least taking a listen.
Absolutely.
I hope that we were responsible with your time, and we will see you again next week. I appreciate y'all. Black power, fucking human race power, women power. But most of all, I want to say man power, baby. Dick run this machine. Nah, I'm just fucking with y'all. Anyway, thanks a lot. Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate everybody. Anything else you want to say to the people?
No, just thank you so much for listening. And I can't wait to continue to do this.
Let's go. All right, baby. Everybody, appreciate you.
All right.